Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonka922. Another review time. Fairy Tale chapter review. Now, I've been doing these for a while. I've been doing them back up again, the chapters. Did it's probably the fourth one? Yeah, fourth. That I've done since coming back into Fairy Tale chapter review game. Okay, now, here's the thing. The beginning part of the chapter I liked, actually. Yeah, surprisingly enough, I did. Which basically encompassed, give or take, Wendy, I believe. Yeah, Wendy and Bolt and Charlotte. And this one was called 388 Urza versus Minerva. Now, here's the thing. There were only probably two things in this chapter that I liked. I liked the beginning with Wendy. And I thought they did Minerva very well, to an extent. So I'm probably going to say 4 out of 5 for this one. Because I liked because we never got to see that in the Magical Games. We never got to see anything about Minerva. And what I mean we didn't get to see anything about her. In this chapter, we get to see her backstory, or flashback, if you will, of her and, I forgot this guy's name. Her father, the master of Sabretooth. I forgot his name, I swear to God. I forgot his name so long ago. But, and then we get this story of it, and I thought it was handled to a good extent. However, at the end of this chapter, 2 people show up that, frankly, I don't want to see. Do we really need to see Sting and Rogue in this chapter? Ah! But yeah, we do see Sting and Rogue, and I'm like, and the 2 cats. But for the benefit of the doubt, I like how this was done. Like I said, I like how it was done. Now, like I said, in the beginning we got, Wendy, and she's like saying to Charlotte, I don't want to despair anymore. I decided I'm going to go on living with you, Charles. And she's like, Wendy! And she says, I can't cry out like a weakling any longer, and I won't shed any more tears. I think when it comes to anime and manga, this is a new trend. But unlike a certain character that decided to chop their hair off, Wendy's actually good. Shots fired! Anyone who gets that reference knows what I'm talking about. I must have a cough. Anyway, so she basically cuts off her hair, and she's like making this vow. So I can't give up either. So we go to this fight with Minerva and Urza, and I'm like, Urza. I have mixed reactions for Urza, to be honest with you. But, they have their fight. It actually, what was interesting I thought about this chapter was that at one point, it doesn't even become a magic fight. It becomes something else, completely entirely different. Actually becomes a fist fight. I was like, interesting. They actually, she says, like, have fun together, Minerva, and then just hers as she punches her, and she slashes at her, and she's, like, saying, what are you fighting with? And, she's just beating the shit out of Minerva, and then we get this flashback with Genma, that's his name, Genma. Finally, I forgot his name. You guys imagine? Genma. She has the flashback with Genma. And basically he calls her father, her own daughter. Don't beg for forgiveness, you stupid girl. And you see her slashing at Urza and saying that I am to bear a daughter that mine must be strong. And it's like, tears are showing of weakness, and you're weak. And it's like, that thick skull of yours. And she's like, please forgive me, please forgive me. And then she's like saying, if I become strong. And she's like, Minerva. And she's like, this was really sad, though, for Minerva. It makes you, because he tells her, take your clothes off in the flesh. I'm like, hey, genma. Fuck you. Seriously. No, I mean that. Because, like, yeah, pretty crazy, man. You're telling your own daughter to do that. And it's like, when your tears have dried up, you can come home. And I'm like, God damn. And then you see Urza telling her to wake up and saying that she never liked the path she was on in the Magic Games. And that was all, but it was all for Sabretooth. And then fucking Urza's quote. I'm like, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. She's like, this fish cries out. I'm like, okay, listen, Urza. That was really corny. Really corny what you just said. Seriously. She says, this fish that just punched you is crying. It's crying because it was to be involved in such a meaningless fight. She's like, I know. And then Minerva's basically asking Urza to kill her. Saying she comes in the darkness and all that other stuff. And she's like, and then Urza's like standing over with her boobs and shit and all this other crap. And she's like, I'm sure there are people waiting for you to come home. Don't ever lose sight of that. And we show somebody showing up and says, this is what it means to be human. I mean, it's obviously Hades. Urza calls him the Dark King Mardgeir. So I'm assuming that that's what he's really called. Call it a different name. So he shows up saying it's quite unsightly and so on and so forth. And he I'm convinced the demons, they consider all humans garbage. That's the whole story. They do not consider them equals. Lower life forms. That is the best way to describe how Hades and the other demons consider humans. Just the way it is. And he's like saying about the damn celestial king went and did such a bothersome thing. I have a little free time. I'll take care of your trash right now. And he's like, and there's like, so you're the master. They get blown away by this magic power. And he says, I'll start with that one. Minerva seems to get destroyed in an explosion by that attack he did. And then we see this guy says, just in time. Sorry, punctuality was never our strong suit. No! What are they doing there? Get them out of this. No! No. Do we really need to see Sting and Rogue? Really? But yeah, they show up pretty much. And they save Minerva. And it says, we come for you, princess. Your guild is Sabretooth. And it's Fro and Lecter and get the fuck out of my face. And then Hades is whiting his eye. He says, whiting his eye. I'm sure there are people waiting for you to come home. And then you see that. And then the next chapter is called 389, Twin Dragons versus Dark King. Oh! This chapter was good! I think you're gonna put these guys in. But then again, you know, it's to be expected because who from Sabretooth is going to save Minerva? But that's pretty much what happened in this chapter. Now, I like it, but, you know, I personally, hopefully when they get to the other fights, like, this was done very well. If the gray-silver fight is handled in this matter of a way, and while they're fighting, they're talking, good shit. No, I really mean it. Good shit if that happens. Because then you get some development and answers to answer the question between what the story is between silver and gray, and it'll develop to a certain extent. But this was a good chapter. It's just... No! Fuck that shit! I hate those motherfuckers! Ah! Hey, it's to be expected because it is Sabretooth and everything. But I guess they're gonna fight Dark King next week. Should be interesting. Oh, by the way, before I can finish this off, I want to mention something about the seasonal animes. There's a trend going on with these seasonal animes that have only 12 to 13 episodes. It's called Episode 10. Sad shit happens. Yeah. I'm dead serious. I've been thinking about this. Like, all the episode 10s of the seasonal animes, Chaika, 1 Week Friends, Nana Buried Treasure, Soul Eater Not, like, shows like that have only 12, 13 episodes. Soul, Blade and Soul, they all have, like, these sad motherfucking 10th episode. But that's to be expected because there's only 12, 13 episodes. So good, I guess. But that's the story there. I just want to mention that. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens next week. Why can't we go see Gray and Silver? Do we really need to see this fight between two Dragon Slayers? And... Hey, I'll get over it. I said I was going to go back to reviewing Fairy Tail, the chapters. And other people would say, boo. They said I was going to stop. But it's semi-reviewable. It's pretty good to a certain extent. So I'll keep reviewing. Anything else to add? Later today I'll do... Alright, Date Alive, Dragon R, Captain Earth. Look forward to those. Oh, by the way, I saw the Raws for Seven Deadly Sins. What the fuck? That review blew me away. Like, what happened? You can stay tuned for that. That's gonna be awesome. I'm BonCon922. I'll see you guys later. Fairy Tail. Sting and Rogue. Why? This motherfucker. I fucking hate those motherfuckers. They piss me off. But hey, someone had to go and save Minerva. And the Wendy's scene was pretty awesome. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.